I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always. You are my world in every place.
Happy Easter, everyone. Happy quarantined Easter. It is, what time is it? A little afternoon right now. We woke up, we cleaned up a little bit, and we're still going to celebrate by like cooking and everything, even though it's just gonna be us. So we are going to be making, of course, Joanna Gaines recipes. So I'm going to be making that baked bruschetta again because when we had it that one time, it was freaking bomb. Then I'm going to make homemade spinach artichoke dip with garlic bread. Mrs. Gale's, I don't know who that is, but thanks, chicken cutlets and fettuccine alfredo. And I'm going to try my best to make a brownie pie. You guys know I can't bake desserts, but it seems like this quarantine I've been a little bit better than usual. It is really nice out, windows are all open, and the backyard is almost ready to show you guys. We just put some of the furniture that we built in the back and covered it up with tarps. Little sneak peek. So I'm hoping the last thing will be here this week, and then hopefully we can have the video up in a week or so, but I'm like dying to get it done. But I'm happy that we did this now. Hopefully it starts to get back in the 60s like it was a few weeks ago and get it going. And today is actually our first married holiday, because next month is our 1 year. All year I feel like we were saying like first Thanksgiving, first Christmas, first Valentine's Day, and now it's finally the last one, and then we're all born married people.
The old ball and chain.
You were the ball and chain? All right, so let's start with this brownie pie. It called for flour, eggs, unsweetened chocolate, chocolate chips, pecans, sugar, all the good stuff. So first things first, oven on 350. Heat up 8 tablespoons. Sometimes it's better to go out to eat because I feel like you don't realize how bad things are for you, and then you make a pie and it's like, hey, throw in this whole thing. And then I'm gonna take the unsweetened chocolate I got, and this is 4 ounces. It says we only need 2 ounces, coarsely chopped. So I'm just going to break off that. I like dark chocolate, but if you ever tried unsweetened chocolate, it's pretty horrible. Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, it's so horrible. Yeah, I decided to take off the lash extensions for a little bit. The new glue I really liked. They were lasting a lot longer, but they always remained a little tacky. So I was sick of like going to sleep and then waking up and my eye was like all messed up, and I just kind of don't really care. I feel like when the backyard's done, it's gonna like motivate me to look good. So I'm probably going to give it a break for a good week. And then next week I'm gonna like actually like have my hair blown out, put on a tan, put on some lashes. I just feel like I need like a break. Wasn't going to film today just because like I said, we aren't doing a big thing, but honestly, one of the first videos we posted was hosting Thanksgiving, and that was one of my favorite videos that I've ever posted. Like showing our kids this video, being like, oh, this is when we were quarantined on Easter and we still were extra and bought everything. Yesterday, one of my best friend's sisters, it's her first year nursing, and she is a COVID-19 nurse. So I forget what it's called. I'm sure it's called something, but it's like where all the cars line up, pass through, and like honk, and like balloons and like decorations and stuff. So me and all my friends went in separate cars, obviously. There was probably over 100 cars, and she had no idea. Super, super sweet. I got emotional, of course, because I get emotional over literally everything. Like, and speaking of that, I feel like I've actually been seeing a lot of like online competition where people are like, if you're a healthcare worker, you have no right to complain because at least you have a job. And then the healthcare people are saying to them like, oh, well, you have no right to complain because I'm busting my ass while you sit at home. And like, I just don't think either of those people are right. Like, no one wants to be working during a pandemic and nobody wants to be laid off right now. I just don't think it has to be like that. Like, I just don't think it has to be like one or the other. I just think everyone's in a sucky position right now and no one's happy about it. So just be empathetic and sympathetic and just shut up. There's just a lot of like talk right now, and I just think everyone just needs to like, and I feel like I've been handling the quarantine pretty well. Like, I know when they say we can go back to work again, which as of this moment in time right now in New York, they're saying April 30th. I don't think it's gonna be April 30th. What I personally think they're going to do, Cuomo made restrictions gradually. Like, he went from like no gatherings more than 50, no gatherings more than 10, no gatherings more than 5, yada yada, all the way down. I think he's going to do the same thing in reverse, which would be good for me because I'm a sweet, so it's only me and one other person. So I kind of hope that maybe he'll be like, you can go back to work as long as it's less than 5 people. You can go back to work as long as it's less than 10 people. And I'm hoping I can be back by June. This is why when we get a return date, I'm going to pre-film a lot of videos because I have a feeling I'm going to be a psycho Like, I'll have to work probably 7 days a week, 12 hours a day for a little bit. So I'm really kicking myself for not doing more like week in the life of a hairdresser videos. When I go back, I'm planning on doing a lot of them. But just to show you guys, this is my ever-growing list of clients that I have to text like the day that we get back. That's not the people that are currently booked for May. That's just the people that were booked for April and the people that asked to be added to the list, because that's how I'm going with this. So I didn't cancel anyone for May yet or June yet or anything like that. That's 62 people, not counting my May clients. I'm trying just to like stay positive and think about like enjoying the time now and really focusing on YouTube. Like I've been staying so busy because I've been posting so much. Like, I just know when I get back, I told Vinny, I'm like, prepare to edit my videos, prepare to not see me because I'm going to be done. And he's gonna be busy this summer too. Thankfully, all the classes are gonna be online, which I explained he likes better. He usually only takes one class per like summer session because 3 months of work in 3 weeks, and he's going to be taking 2 summer classes in 3 weeks and then 2 summer classes in the other, maybe it's a month, I don't know. Basically, it's a lot of work in half the time, so he's going to be taking 4 classes this summer. So he's going to be super busy too. So I'm trying to get the backyard finished now and kind of just enjoy the relaxing time now. Remove from the heat. Whisk in a cup of sugar. Now it says to pour into a bowl for 10 minutes until it cools. I'm so excited right now because this is the first time I'm able to use this pie dish because I don't bake pies a lot. It's from Home Goods. I bought it last fall and it says apple pie, but obviously I'm making a brownie pie, but that is okay because, oh my God, I didn't even realize I had a cute little recipe on it. I haven't looked at it in so long. I just realized that I needed a pie dish, so I got it. I do not have the patience to make a pie crust myself. I just got some frozen store-bought ones. I'm just gonna put it right in here. One day I will have nice angles in the kitchen, but next thing is gonna be whisking an egg in. 3 of them, one at a time though. Next is half a cup of all-purpose flour, dish. And it wants vanilla extract, but I don't got that, so. It's like a mermaid, I wanna eat you. So fresh, you know. Next we need half a cup or so of chopped pecans, fold that in there. I don't measure, and half a cup of chocolate chips. So I wear it quietly. You turn me into a lunatic. It's just me and Vinny, I can do this, okay? Liberate, liberate. For 1 hour. That way, it's a different taste. So I'm boiling the fettuccine now. This is just a tip if any of you guys have watched any of my cooking videos. I always complain that when I'm making like 3 or 4 recipes, I'm like a big mess the whole time, so I don't know what should be in the oven first and then nothing is hot at the same time. So what I did this time, and it's probably common sense for most people, is I sat there and I looked at all the recipes and I just saw what I could make earlier, if that makes sense. We're planning on eating around 5 and I started cooking around like 12-ish, and basically I was like, okay, the brownie pie needs to be cooled anyway, so I could obviously make that now. Boiling the pasta is something that you could do before, so let me do that. Toast the bread for the bruschetta. An hour before we want to eat is when I want to make the stuff that would obviously be better fresh, like the spinach artichoke dip, bruschetta, and like chicken cutlets are like obviously, of course, better fresh. So when I made the bruschetta the last time, and the bruschetta is the only recipe I have made before, I actually got pre-cut bread from World Market and that was amazing, but this time I obviously don't want to make multiple grocery runs because we have only been leaving the house like literally once a week for 1 grocery trip and maybe a liquor store run. So I just chopped a Brooklyn bread loaf, which was the closest thing I could find to French bread, and now I'm about to throw some butter on it. It's not actually fettuccine. I got pappardelle because they either had pappardelle or linguine, and pappardelle was thicker and I like a thicker pasta. So that's boiling right now, or at least it's supposed to be. Vinny always makes fun of me because I never wait for things to actually boil. So he is the pasta maker, but he is studying right now. Everyone's so different when it comes to like if they like to cook with someone else, and I do like to cook with Vinny, but honestly I'd much rather have his help cleaning versus cooking, because I kind of like, first of all, our kitchen is so tiny that it's just a lot to have 2 people in here at once.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that.
Okay, so I'm cooking for a little bit. I have a little bit of like a lull in what I need to do. It's almost 2, so I think it's time for a drink. I realized I wanted an espresso martini, but we are completely out of espresso. Like we have 0 Nespresso pods left. So I think I want to try red sangria, but this one requires you do it glass by glass. Like it doesn't say to do it in a big pitcher. So I guess that's good because we'll try it and see how we like it. So it needed a lime and oranges, and I have oranges, but I only have lemon. That'll do.
There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away.
So it said it needed simple syrup. I don't have that, but it said you could actually make your own by mixing up in a saucepan water and sugar.
See you smile. Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart on fire? I'll do anything to make it fine, but I can tell that you have something on your mind right now.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a lot more like exciting than it was. It's supposed to be cool like this where the orange like stays at the bottom. Not my favorite thing in the world. Not bad, no. Brownie pie is done.
If you're ready for a good time, count on me.
It looks pretty good. Not as pretty as the picture, but it also says to let it sit for an hour, so maybe it'll look better then. But I'm gonna let that do its thing. Okay, it's been quite a bit. I started to prep for the spinach artichoke dip, and I'm slightly struggling, but I think it's gonna be fine. I have some weird cooked spinach that was giving me some issues, and some weird mashed artichokes that I don't really feel like you can mash artichokes, but whatever. And it said a lot of this is just gonna be like mashing with your hands, so don't judge me. So it's to add the spinach and to like pull it apart with your hands. A block of 8-ounce cream cheese.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music.
So I used the whole thing of Parmesan in the spin dip, not realizing that I also needed it for a bunch of other dishes. So the other dishes are just going to go without Parmesan. My mistake. So I have the fettuccine alfredo all sitting in there. It's done, so I just have it kind of like simmering. It's like butter, heavy cream, garlic, that type of stuff, and that's over the pasta. I'm about to fry up the chicken cutlets. I know it's like a disaster in here. Chicken cutlets to go on the side of it. The garlic bread is ready to be in the oven, but I cheated and I did get the pre-made garlic bread, which I'm happy about, so it just needs to be baked. Spin dip is ready to be baked. After the chicken cutlets, it's almost ready to go. I have the chicken over here. I always burn the last batch, but they're gonna go in the oven at 200 degrees just to keep them warm once everything's out. Garlic bread for the spin dips over here. Making the bruschetta right now for the little toasty bruschetta things. So that's it. I'm gonna make the bruschetta right now, which is so easy. It's just chopped mixed colors of tomatoes, and I'm just gonna add some white balsamic vinegar, olive oil, and garlic.
Go, I am all about adventure times. Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smile, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the woo girls doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention.
Good morning, everyone. It is the next day. It is insanely windy, rainy. I think there's gonna be like 50-mile-per-hour winds today. So definitely a good cozy day. I can't decide. I kind of want to do more set days instead of every other. Like maybe Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Just because one, every other day is kind of a lot because it's like you're always kind of doing something. And also two, I feel like it's nice to like know what days things I'm gonna do. I think Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday sounds good. But I'm gonna kind of just relax today. I have a headache because a little bit too much sangria, but I hope everyone had an amazing quarantined Easter. Our food was delicious. Joanna Gaines never fails me, so I'm going to chill out, maybe watch some Desperate Housewives, and just enjoy the day. Oh, one more thing. If you guys see an ad before, during, or after this video, let me know because your girl finally got monetized. So thank you so much for supporting my little channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.